The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Waiting. 42. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And unable to get downhill there, so take this up to about the 37. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we
The
go.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
21. Here we go.
This is Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Going for Metcalf. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
36. Hey, 0. Here we go.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
We got this. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Mostert. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
21. Here we go.
On first down, Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Play action. Now Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On third down, Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
First down, Seahawks.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go back to the ground now with Penny. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. Wilson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Penny here out of the shotgun. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
14.
Now Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, 49ers. That kickoff return, 104 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
Alert. Mike 42.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Let's stop. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
I'll go special.
To throw on third down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line. So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
Slow down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And an alley to run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, alert. 26 mark. 19.
On second down, here's Penny. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
What's left? Alert.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete. It's Gordon. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Wilson now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's first and 10. From the gun, a give to Penny. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On second down and 4, Wilson, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 1, Omaha. Hey, gun.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Mike 35.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
35.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Watch out.
This is Scarborough. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Probably a bit of a surprise call there on first down, but how about a tone setter for the drive? Picking up nice yardage with the big man setting the tone physically.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
11.
Mostert. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. Kill.
Now Mostert. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Come on, QB, come on. Tighten up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Lock.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jakeem Grant, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air as his guys are back within a single score. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 17.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. There's Wilson to throw. This complete to Lockett. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Rashad Penny. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the gun on third down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
White.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
65, 65.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Again, it's Penny. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here, as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21, 21.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
That's going to be caught with the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff looking right. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Two. Small.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Penny on the counter. And that gets him a little room as he'll take this up over the 10-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Zebra. Good job right there. You got there.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Wilson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Alert. Undercrush.
Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Seahawks on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Double count right here. Double count.
Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Check 43.
Check.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And Owen coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Hey, alert! I got this.
57 to Mike. Tackles.
After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
36 power.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the run, it's Penny. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now they'll run it again with Penny. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them.